Last time we uncovered what investigators found buried beneath the Pickton farm, the remains of 33 women and evidence of unspeakable cruelty. But the horror didn't end there. This is the aftermath, the years of warnings ignored, the justice that came too late, and the ending no one expected. In 1997, years before his arrest, a woman named Wendy Lynn Eistetter escaped his pig farm, handcuffed, bleeding, and barely alive. She told police everything, how Pickton attacked her, how she fought back and stabbed him with his own knife. Pickton was charged with attempted murder, but the case was quietly dropped. Prosecutors claimed Wendy's testimony might not hold up because she struggled with addiction. That single decision cost dozens of lives. It's a mistake hauntingly similar to another, John Wayne Gacy's case in the US, where police dismissed multiple missing person reports until the truth surfaced years later. But Gacy's crimes happened decades earlier, and despite the horror that case revealed, it seemed Canada hadn't learned from America's mistake. Just like Gacy, Pickton's victims came from communities society already ignored. And just like Gacy, his cruelty thrived in that neglect. When investigators finally entered the property in 2002, they uncovered an industrial scene of horror, a wood chipper, a meat grinder, and countless buckets and barrels filled with decomposed remains. Detectives suspected these machines were used to destroy evidence, possibly mixing human and animal parts. By the time police arrived, years of decay and contamination made it impossible to confirm exactly how much they'd been used. But the marks on the bones told their own story, one of deliberate mechanical destruction. Even in prison, Pickton showed no remorse. In letters he wrote behind bars, he called himself a condemned man who did no wrong, still blaming the police and insisting he was framed. But in May 2024, his story came to a brutal end. At Quebec's Port Coquitlam Maximum Security Penitentiary, fellow inmate Martin Charest attacked Pickton, first beating him, then breaking a broom handle and ramming the sharpened end into Pickton's face and skull, causing a fatal brain injury. Pickton was rushed to the hospital and died from his wounds nearly 2 weeks later. Charest later pleaded guilty to first-degree murder, telling investigators he wasn't sorry, that he did it for the victims. He claimed Pickton had bragged about his crimes in prison, even boasting that he once wanted to eat a young boy's liver. To many, it sounded like justice finally caught up with the monster who'd escaped it for decades. To others, it was simply karma. Yet the true horror isn't just what happened on that farm. It's how many chances there were to stop it, how warnings were ignored, and how society decided that some lives simply mattered less. Like Gacy, Pickton thrived because no one was looking, and when the world finally did, it was too late. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with Martin Charest, or do you think justice should have come another way? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really keeps me motivated to create this type of content for you. Although these stories are for entertainment purposes only, I always do my best to stay factual and bring you the most accurate information I can find. Stay curious, stay safe, and as always, stay spooky.